All right, hello everyone. Welcome everybody. Welcome back from my day off from streaming for a break. Welcome back to a full day of streaming. And ladies and gentlemen, I got the whole schedule laid out for you for the next week. It's going to be a fun week. Some great variety. 6 straight days of streaming. That's right. We got some special stuff going on. Right here on the streams, we've got new emotes to celebrate an upcoming new release this Friday. We've got the Viewer's Choice playthrough, which is now selected and going to happen within the next 1 to 2 weeks, which is pretty exciting. We got a lot of stuff going on, guys. We do. We got a lot of fun stuff going on for the summer. I hope you guys are excited. I'm excited. All right, so let's talk a little bit. Let us talk, shall we? How you guys doing? How's everything going? How did you guys how was your day away from streaming yesterday? Did you guys have a good one? What did everyone do? Let's see what everyone has to say in the stream chat. We're gonna hold up the pre-stream until people start answering me. All right. Venture Bro, yes, I was aware that if you put a clear condition down for Mario Maker 2, you can't use checkpoints. Someone told me that last time I played on Monday. When I was playing, they basically explained that. That's why there were a couple stages that people were like, man, checkpoints would have been useful, but because it was like, oh, you can't jump or whatever, there were none. Tag, I already answered this earlier, but I'll answer your question again. Will I beat the Super Mario Maker, or excuse me, will I beat Super Mario 64 100% or just 70 stars? I don't know. I'm not committing to it. I will try to get all the stars, but I know that some of them are incredibly difficult to get. And I know I'm probably going to need a guide to get them. So, we'll see. I'm not committing to 100%, but I'll at least, try and see what I can do. Okay? Alright, so anyway, I hope you guys had a good day yesterday. I had my day off with Kat. We had a lot of errands to run. In particular, yesterday. We were looking around at a few different things. Didn't have much money to spend, but, some people already asked, what did we do when we went out? We did something completely different for dinner. We went to an Indian restaurant. It was the first time ever in my life that I've had Indian food. When I was young, I used to work for an Indian family who owned a store in the mall, and I worked for them for 4 years. And during that time, they would always bring in their own food in containers to eat, and I would see them eating the naan bread and eating curry and stuff. So I knew what it smelled like. But I had never had Indian food before. Now, I knew that, most Indian food could be considered vegetarian or vegan. And that's actually what we went to. We went to a vegetarian Indian restaurant. And just because of that, because everything was made with vegetables, the prices were incredibly cheap. Like, I'm not even kidding. I think the most expensive thing they had was like $13. So I ended up getting this mixed vegetable curry, which was just a big variety. It was like cauliflower and carrots and peas and mushrooms and a few other veggies in this really tasty curry over basmati rice. Dude, it was fucking really good. It was crazy good. I was like, dude, this is like so good, and I can't believe that I've never had Indian food before, and I've been missing out because and we also had naan bread that we dipped in our curry. Oh my god, it was so fucking good, dude. You're like, holy shit, I can't believe that I've never had this before. And it's good because with me and my health issues and the like, I'm not supposed to be eating, red meat all the time and the like. So actually, it was good because not only did it allow me to have an insanely delicious meal, but it was very low fat, very low, everything good for me. So my first experience with Indian food is 2 thumbs up. I absolutely friggin' loved it. The thing is, there's actually a lot of restaurants like this out here, and not many back where I came from in Connecticut. There's like none. So it's one of the cool things about living out here in this part of the country now, in Seattle, is that there's a lot of variety of cultures. It's kind of like a hotbed, a melting pot, if you will. And so now I can get exposed to new things like that, for a very inexpensive meal. I'm not even kidding, I think our bill was under $30 for the whole dinner. We had like basically gourmet food. It was all vegetarian, but it was like gourmet, good stuff. So, good stuff, right? 2 thumbs up. So there you go. Now you guys have an idea of what I was doing yesterday, okay? But I'm back today. We're back today for a full day of streaming and 6 straight days of streaming, everybody. Let's talk a little bit about that so you know what to expect this next coming week. So today we're starting off with the return of Final Fantasy IX. I haven't played this since, I believe it was the weekend, I want to say. Actually, it might have been before the weekend. I don't even remember. But I haven't played this in a while. Excuse me. And we are in optional content, meaning I have the Golden Chocobo, and we've been flying around grabbing various treasures, doing things. Last time I did all the friendly monster side quests. Okay, that was fun. And today, I think what we're going to start off with, I know as tedious as it can be, people have told me I should really spend time collecting frogs for Kina, because number one, it gives Kina the best ability that Kina can get, the frog drop ability, which I don't have yet. And then number two, apparently, if you get enough of them, it opens up an optional boss. So I think we're going to be starting off with that today and seeing how that goes, okay? Now, I'm not exactly sure what other side content is left in the game. I hope that those of you who have played Final Fantasy IX will help me out today in knowing what exactly I should be doing. Because, again, this is the first time I've ever played the game. I don't want to miss out any significant side content, okay? So I hope it should be a fun time. Ellipsian says, well, sadly, you have to wait for the frogs to breed, so you can't really farm them without waiting tons of hours. So I guess what we'll do, remember, there's 2 other marshes at least to go to for now. We'll do those first. Then maybe we'll see what other side content there is. Keep in mind, I have a lot of the chocographs to look up. I don't know if any of the items that I haven't gotten yet are any good, but I could do the chocograph stuff. I don't know what else there is. I don't know if there's other optional towns or dungeons or whatever. It's going to be up to you guys to help me out with that, all right? So then, if we do a lot of side content and then, we're pretty much shot, there's nothing else to do, I guess we're going to advance the story today. I don't know how far we can get in the story without getting locked, because I guess what people are saying is once you leave the region, excuse me, once you leave the region I'm in now to go to the next part of the story, I guess you can come back later, but half the towns, if not more, are all locked off completely. So it's basically like I do side content now, or I'll never do it, from what I'm to understand. Again, from what I'm to understand from what people are telling me. So, we'll see. Let's see how today goes. It should be a chill stream, very chill. As you know, Final Fantasy IX, whenever I play it, is a very interactive and chill stream. I have tons of time to talk with you guys and basically just kind of have a fun discussions while we play, since it is a turn-based RPG game. In addition, I'm coming back from break, so people might have some more stuff to talk about than usual, which is good. I'd like to have a nice chill stream with all of you, okay? So that's going to be the first gameplay stream. Later tonight, I'll be playing Black Ops 4 Blackout. It's my weekly Battle Royal session in Black Ops 4. Looking forward to that. As you know, it usually is one of my most interactive and fun streams of the week. People look forward to this every single week when I get around to it. And this week is absolutely no exception. It's going to be a good time. Hope that you guys will join me for that tonight, if at all you can, around 6:45 p.m. Pacific time. All right, so a solid, strong day, to return from my break. Okay, excuse me. Tomorrow, I'm going to return to Dragon Quest Builders 2. This is a playthrough that so far I'm about 7 hours into, and I'm very much enjoying the game. It's actually, in my opinion, a refreshing change from the standard formula of the builder-style games like Minecraft, because unlike Minecraft, it has definitively set goals, it has missions, it has side content missions, and it has puzzles, none of which are actually present in Minecraft, okay? So even though I like Minecraft, don't get me wrong, I like how chill those streams are and how we have interaction and fun, you can do whatever you want. In this game, you've got set interesting goals and an actual, coherent plot and everything. So that's going to be tomorrow's main gameplay stream. Hope you'll join me for that. It's been a great playthrough so far, okay? Tomorrow night, we're going to return back to Judgment for 2 hours, the ongoing playthrough from the makers of Yakuza. We had a really good session of that Monday night, where I basically did a lot of fun story development and then a little bit of optional side content, but it was a good session, and looking forward to more of that Thursday night, okay? Then on Friday, ladies and gentlemen, It's the big new release of the week. On Friday, we'll be doing Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3. And if you haven't noticed, to celebrate the release of Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 on the Nintendo Switch, in the stream chat, we have brand new emotes. Yes, brand new emotes, everyone. And these, I have to again give a major shout out to Popsicolo. He's the person who took basically like 9 or 10 of our existing emotes here in the chat, and he converted them all to Marvel Comics characters. We got really cool stuff. We got Wolverine, we got Deadpool, Iron Man, Captain America, the Hulk, Mr. Fantastic dabbing, and my personal favorite, the lean-in manual finger snap from Thanos. Alright, these are really cool emotes. Now, some people have expressed concern. They're worried that because these emotes are here, they're like, man, I really like the originals. And what's going to happen? Don't worry, the original emotes are going to return. This is a limited time thing that we're doing. First time ever we've done something like this where we're doing special emotes just for a particular playthrough. The last time we did this was actually for Spider-Man last year. So, it should be a lot of fun. And, I'm going to be doing co-op. I actually have 2 co-op partners lined up who are saying they're probably going to be able to be there full-time to play. And then I got 1 or 2 people on standby who are basically like, well, we can play, but not the entire time you're playing the game. So what I'm going to be doing is getting back to them. I know they sent me a lot of emails over the last couple of weeks. I'm going to be getting back to them and getting their Nintendo IDs and everything, and we're going to be doing co-op in this game. It's going to start on Friday, and that's going to be the main gameplay stream on Friday. And then Friday night, we're going to do a chill stream of MLB, the show 19, okay? Saturday, Marvel Ultimate Alliance will be the main focus again, okay? And then Saturday night, we're probably going to do more Judgment. Now, Sunday is up in the air. The reason I say that is we don't know how long Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 is. Typically, these games are around 10 to 12 hours long. I believe the first Marvel Ultimate Alliance was around 10 hours. But, it could be longer. I mean, it's been a long time since there's been a Marvel Ultimate Alliance game. It's been 10 years. So, in 10 years, a lot can change. We don't know how long this game's going to be. So, if it is enough to support a third major session, that's going to be Sunday, okay? If not, then Sunday we'll swing back to our stuff that we've been doing, in between. So either Dragon Quest or Final Fantasy, probably. Okay, but we'll see. Let's play it by ear and see what happens here, and go from there. Because I'm not exactly sure how long the game is going to be. All right. As for the night streams, probably Sunday night we'll either do more probably Minecraft. I would think our weekly Minecraft stream probably would be Sunday night. And like I said, we'll be alternating Judgment between the chill streams. Probably on Monday, we're going to return to Super Mario Maker 2, since those have been entertaining and fun streams, all right? And then Tuesday's my day off this week, okay? Tuesday is my day off this week. Just like this last week, it's going to be Tuesday again coming up, my day off. So just to forewarn everyone, 6 straight days of streams, varying between Final Fantasy, Dragon Quest Builders, and Marvel Ultimate Alliance with chill streams at night. And then my day off is next Tuesday, okay? Also, guys, first time I've talked about this in a long time, but I want to throw this out there. Ask the King is returning, ladies and gentlemen. Ask the King, my Q&A show that I do every other month, it's returning next week. It's going to be a week from Thursday, so a week from tomorrow, okay? This is a show where I take your questions, and I pick the best ones and answer them live on the show. And if you want to get a chance to get your question answered, please head over to the kingofhate.com forums right now. There's already a thread there for Ask the King. Please post up your questions for that episode of Ask the King, okay, guys? So, that should be fun. I'm looking forward to the return of Ask the King, and I hope you guys will post up questions. The more questions, the better the show is. All right? Fair enough. Okay, now, an update regarding the Viewer's Choice game. All right? I already talked about this on Monday, but I'll talk about it again in case you weren't here on Monday. The game has been determined. It was basically the poll was too close to call. All right? The results of the poll were neck and neck between Mario 64 and SpongeBob. And I asked my webmaster. He's like, basically, it was too close to call between the voting to tell who the fake voting was. He did get rid of a lot of the fake votes. And essentially what happened was after he got rid of the fake votes, the votes for Knights of the Old Republic went way down. Apparently there was 1 or 2 people in particular who had the same IP, but made like dozens of accounts and were voting on Knights of the Old Republic to artificially inflate it, which of course is screwed up and it screws up the poll, but what can you do, right? But outside of that, it was actually, hold on a second. It was actually Mario and SpongeBob, both games had significant amounts of votes that they would have been tied essentially for top game. So what we're going to do is this. For the summer now, we're going to be doing Mario 64. It's going to start within the next 1 to 2 weeks. In fact, I'm hoping by the end of the month I can get that Mario 64 playthrough started. Okay. What version am I going to play? I'm not sure yet. I'm kind of relying on you guys to help me out with that, because I don't know what the best version is. Some people were saying play the 3DS version. Other people were like, don't play it because it's not the same as the original game. They changed the game. That you should play the original Mario 64, but I don't know where you can get that. So I need your help, guys, on what version of Mario 64 to play, okay? So yeah, I'm hoping that we're going to start that hopefully by the end of this month. Then, as for SpongeBob, it's already being remade. There's a modern HD remake that's being made right now. And that is what we'll be playing, and that's going to be next year, supposedly. I guess it's coming out. That's what we'll play it. I mean, I was already going to play it anyway. I'm not even kidding. Like, I said this during E3. I'm very interested in playing the SpongeBob game. This is a game that people have asked me to play, multiple times over the years. I just never got around to it, and it never won a pull. So, I will be playing it. We'll do it when the new version comes out next year. Okay? So, essentially, you guys are getting 2 for 1. Alright? This is supposed to be just me playing one game, but I'm going to play both. Both games that basically were at the top of the poll. Okay? So there you go. There you go. I hope you guys are excited for that. Okay? The only other thing I want to talk about before we get to the next segment of the pre-stream is the subs goal for the month, guys. If you guys haven't noticed, the subs have basically dwindled a lot. And that's okay. It's expected to happen. You're not always going to have a high level of subs, especially in my case, where sometimes you're just doing downtime stuff and it's hard to bring in new viewers who want to sub because there's nothing going on in the realm of new releases and the like, right? That's kind of where we are right now. Like, every week there's a new release, but it's not necessarily like a super high profile new release that's bringing in new viewers or anything. But that being said, we just added all the new Marvel emotes. Those are going to be here at least for a week, if not longer. Some of them may stay forever if people actually like those versions better than the originals, but we'll see. If you subscribe to the channel, you don't have to watch advertisements when I take ad breaks. You get access to all of my other emotes as well. And you get a cool chat crown badge to show how long you've been a supporter. Alright. So that being said, please consider subscribing to the channel. We have a goal of 525 subs. It's very attainable. We've been up to over 600 subs legitimately before. And what I mean by that is it wasn't someone came in and gifted 400 subs. We had that many legitimate subs before. We can do it. All right, but we got to motivate people to subscribe and let them know how good it is when you subscribe to the channel, all the awesome benefits that you get. Okay? So please consider subbing if you're not. Let's do our best to try to hit the goal for the month. What is the reward? If we hit 525 subs, I'll be doing a Rage-a-thon. This is a marathon where you guys will be nominating and voting on rage-inducing games for me to play in a marathon setting. More than likely, that would be sometime in August, since August seems like it's going to be a pretty dead month for game releases. So, I hope that you guys will consider subbing to make it happen, okay? All right, guys, let's move on to the next segment. The next segment of the stream is the Gratuitous Plug segment. All right, let's talk about it. Gratuitous Plugs. So, ladies and gentlemen, I have been a content creator for, at this point, almost 11 years, okay? Almost 11 years I've been a content creator. And I love what I do for a living. I love doing, full-time daily live streams. I love doing the on-demand long-form videos on YouTube, which I started doing last year, basically as fan service to you guys because, it used to make a lot more money on YouTube when I did the shorter videos, but I made them longer because that's what you guys wanted, okay? So, I love doing this for a living. All right. I started off in 2008 just doing this as a hobby while I still had a full-time office job. All right. Then I lost that office job. I was unexpectedly laid off in 2011, and I was a full-time YouTuber from 2011 to 2017. But then in 2017, YouTube had the adpocalypse, where basically they lost most of their major advertisers, and it became completely unreasonable and impossible for me to make a living just being a YouTuber. All right. So the past 2.5 years, I converted what I was doing to become a full-time streamer. I absolutely love the full-time streams. They're a ton of fun. I love the interaction that we have on a daily basis. I think the interactive streams are a lot more interesting and fun than ever it was when I was just doing the offline style YouTube content. But that being said, because I am now a full-time streamer, I rely primarily on your crowdfunding support during live streams to keep things going. Without your support, I would not be able to do this. All right, just being honest. You know, I don't make enough on YouTube to pay the bills. And, you know, it really is all about contributions during streams that keeps me going. So that being said, if you love my streams and you want to see me continue to be able to be successful and keep doing this, there's many ways that you can contribute and be supportive during the live streams. Allow me to outline some of those ways. I have a Patreon over at patreon.com/darksidephil, where you can earn perks for your contributions. Please give it a look. All the explanations are there, and thanks to anyone who's a current patron. I have a Teespring where you can buy merchandise, mostly t-shirts, but a lot of other stuff as well. Today, actually, I'll show you guys. I'm actually wearing one of the t-shirts. This is the graffiti t-shirt. There's a lot of my sayings and memes and mannerisms from over the years on it. Just one of the many designs you can get over there, and anything you buy helps me out, okay? There's a plug for it right on the screen right now. How perfectly timed. But in addition to that, if you're here live on the stream, okay, and you want to get some cool interaction with me, and some good recognition for your contributions, you can do so if you either cheer with bits, subscribe to the channel, or tip me. If you do any of those three things during the course of the stream, you'll get a live shout out for it. All right. In particular, today with the Final Fantasy stream, there's tons of time for us to interact and have fun, and for me to be able to give you shout outs for contributions. That's kind of like one of the main focuses of said stream, just because Final Fantasy is a JRPG. Lots of downtime, lots of opportunity for interaction. It's not a very attention-grabbing game where I have to be hyper-focused on the game constantly. You know what I'm saying? So, let's see how it goes, all right? Now, as you guys can see, there's a stream stats leaderboard at the top of the screen. I'm going to put the top cheerer and top tipper of the stream up there during the course of today's stream so we can have some fun together and you can get some extra recognition for any contributions. All right. There's also a cheering leaderboard at the top of the stream chat. Okay. This automatically updates in tangent with your contributions. So for cheering, it's pretty cool. You can get up there and be one of the top 10 cheers of the week for extra recognition. Also, I will throw this out there. If you are going to cheer today, please use the Bleed Purple cheer mode. Bleed Purple is a new cheer mode that you can use. It gives 10% bonus bits to streamers and costs you nothing. It's a way to give extra support to a streamer for free, so it's a no-brainer that you would use this Bleed Purple cheer mode, okay? So please consider using it if you're going to cheer today, all right? Alright, so if you want any detailed instructions on how to do anything like cheering, subbing, or tipping, all you gotta do is type exclamation point and the command like exclamation point sub, exclamation point cheer, or exclamation point tip in the stream chat. We'll give you detailed instructions on how to do any of those things. Alright? And I'm incredibly appreciative of all contributions. I will say this up front before we even start with gameplay. Contributions are incredibly helpful. Like I've told you guys already, they keep stuff going around here. But they're not mandatory. If you guys just want to hang out and have fun with me and you can't contribute, that's perfectly okay. I am super happy that people come by and hang out with me on a daily basis. That's the whole point of it. It's about having fun with games, having honest interactions, having honest reactions to the games, and just having a good chill time. It's not a fundraiser, and it's not about that. But, you know, obviously, being able to raise funds during the streams is the added bonus that I can do what I love for a living. So thank you very much for that. Okay? Fair enough. All right, let's move on. Let's get the shout-outs for people's contributions. And since I'm coming back from a day away, we're actually going to have some contributions from, you know, when I was not here. yesterday that we're gonna read out first, and then we're gonna get to people's contributions from today's live stream itself. All right. So we start off with a dollar tip from someone named Knox saying, "No offense, but what's the point of you doing polls if you ignore them 90% of the time and you pick something yourself?" It depends. Sometimes I do a poll just to gauge general interest about something. So, for example, I may throw something on a poll that honestly I'm not really necessarily intending on doing, but I want to see if there's actual interest with my viewing audience of me doing it or not. All right. In particular, if you're talking about the viewer's choice poll, I 100% did go based off the results. So I don't really know what you're talking about. If you take a look at the results of the poll before even the shenanigans, like let's say I didn't even have my webmaster look at the poll at all to figure out that there were clone votes or whatever, SpongeBob won the poll and Mario was second. And I already said I'm not going to play SpongeBob now because it doesn't make sense to play it now since there's a new version next year. So essentially, I'm doing exactly what the poll told me to do. All right. I think what's happening is there's some people who just have sour grapes because they really wanted to see Knights of the Old Republic. Listen, it didn't get first or second in the poll at all. All right. Too bad. You know, if you wanted to see it win, you should have more people vote for it. I don't know what else to say. You know, it is what it is. I don't make the polls, you know, I'm going off the poll. If you feel I'm not going off the poll, well, you're wrong, and you listen to idiots who like to make up controversial lies about me constantly to try to make me look bad. I'm going based off of poll results. So, there you have it. Mario will be played soon. SpongeBob will be played when the re-release comes out. Knights of the Old Republic may be played one day, but it's not going to be, you know, obviously before Mario. So, there you go. And no, I've never played Mario 64 for the internet at all. Someone just said, "Didn't you already play it?" Nope, never. Now that's shocking. I know because a lot of people say, "Damn, Mario 64 is like one of the staple games that people who are getting into Let's Plays and the gameplay streams play." And you never played it? No, I never did. I never played it. So this will be a pretty interesting experience. All right, so moving on. Shout out to Golden Colts who did an 88-bit cheer yesterday during my day off. I appreciate that very much, Golden Colts. Thank you very much for the support. RFHC5 did a 300-bit cheer with the Bleed Purple cheer mode, by the way, which is awesome. Thank you for the bonus bits, RFHC5. And said, "So what are your expectations for EVO Street Fighter V announcements? It's been 8 months with nothing new for the game." I have no expectations at all because I don't care about the game. As I've said probably about 1 zillion times as of today, I hate Street Fighter V. I hated it at launch. I hated it with the first batch of updates for Season 1 and 2. I hated this, everything. Like, every update, everything about this game I think is terrible. Street Fighter V, in my opinion, is the worst numbered Street Fighter ever made. Even with all the changes and improvements they've tried to attempt, they just made it just as bad, if not worse. The game stinks, and I have no interest in it. So if they never update Street Fighter V ever again, I wouldn't give two shits, because I'm not playing it. It sucks, okay? Now, if you just want my opinion as an outsider, Street Fighter V ran its course a long time ago. We all know that. The game's been out for many years now, and it really did already go to the height of what it's going to be. All they keep doing is adding fucking stupid DLC characters to nickel and dime the people who, you know, basically they want to keep milking for money because they don't really have the resources or the skill to make a better Street Fighter right now. So they're probably going to continue to milk this game, I would assume, for the next few years. I would say at least another 2 years, since we have had no formal announcement that they're making a new Street Fighter yet. That's my guess. You'll probably have a minor announcement that there will either be a new game mode or a new shuffle rebalance, much like how they did with all the Street Fighter games. Oh, it's Ultra Edition, it's Arcade Edition, it's Double Perfect, hit you first touch of death, Infinite Combo Edition, whatever the hell. They're going to probably tweak it more. They're probably going to add a couple new characters to charge you for, or whatever. And they're going to keep this formula going for about another 2 years until finally they get around to making a new one that hopefully is better than this one, because this one fucking sucks. And at this point, I'm just so tired of hearing about it and caring. I just don't care about it, you know? And I don't think anyone should. It's a piece of donkey shit. You know, it's sad, too, because there was an era when Street Fighter was white hot. And just to give you guys some perspective here, okay? When I first moved to the state of Washington, there's a local video arcade nearby me. It's in my local mall. And they actually had Street Fighter 4 cabinets in this arcade. Every time I went there, people were playing them. Like, people were playing Street Fighter 4. Street Fighter 4, it's so hot, right? We want to play this game, and, you know, Street Fighter 4 is a great game, and there's always people there to play it. Even though you could play the game at home, even though you could play it for free at home infinitely, and, you know, you don't have to worry about paying money, putting quarters into a machine to play it, people were still there to play Street Fighter 4, okay? So yesterday when I was out with my wife, just on a whim, we hadn't been to the arcade in a million years, and we said, let's just walk through and see what they've got, because we haven't been here in so long. Just curious, did they have any new games or machines or whatever, because we haven't been here so long. So we walked in, and they actually had, no exaggeration, 4 or 5 head-to-head Street Fighter 5 cabinets. Street Fighter 5, not 4 or 5. I've never seen this before. It's actually called Street Fighter 5, the Arcade Edition. Okay. Guess how many people were playing them? 0. 0. It was a ghost town. No one cares about Street Fighter 5. The only people who care about this fucking game are the people who are so heavily into the competitive community that they can't accept the game sucks. And they, you know what I mean? They just blindly follow this game because it's the only available Street Fighter game to play right now. But no one, I'm not even kidding, there's so many of them. I was like, damn, they have so many of these machines. And, you know, the way it works is a lot of these arcades, if they're a chain, they'll ship the machines around to various arcades to try to find interest. So the fact that I had never seen these machines here before, and Street Fighter 5 has been out for many years, you would think, right? You would think that these machines have probably made their rounds all the way around all these different arcades, and still no one's playing them. Nobody gives a shit. Yet now you might say, oh, well, Phil, that's maybe just because you were there, you know, in the middle of the day. No. The arcade was very busy. There was a ton of people in there. They were playing the Bomani games, the ones that you make music and stuff with. Those were packed. The claw games, the ticket games. There were a lot of people in there playing games. No one was playing Street Fighter 5. Okay. So, I don't care about Street Fighter 5. It's a piece of shit. And I'm never going to care about Street Fighter 5 because it's always going to be a piece of shit. They would have to completely redesign the game from the ground up for it to be worth playing. They're not going to do that. They're just going to keep nickel and diming their customers because they know these customers are so brainwashed into saying Street Fighter, it's Street Fighter, it's good, I must play Street Fighter, that they're going to keep putting money into it for no fucking reason. Okay? So, you know, it is what it is. I fully expect that EVO there will be announcements regarding Street Fighter 5. And it's going to be low effort, minimum effort announcement of, oh, we put in 2 new characters this year, season pass, pay more money. And they're probably going to keep doing this for another couple of years until finally they're going to come out with a new Street Fighter. Do I have any confidence that it's going to be good? No. I'll be honest with you. I think the people who used to make good fighting games quit and don't work for Capcom anymore. And Capcom basically has like the C team of fighting game development working for them. And I don't think that it's good that they're really going to ever get back to the levels they used to. Street Fighter 4, even though I was very highly critical of the game, is infinitely better than Street Fighter 5 is. So, I don't know if they're ever going to get back to that level where they're going to be seen as a serious competitive fighting game company anymore because they lost that ability, I think. So, it is what it is. Okay? Alright, let's continue on. Golden Colts also did a 50-bit cheer overnight. So thank you very much, Golden Colts. Now we're actually getting to people who contributed during today's stream. Alright? So let's go ahead and start with Westside Rascal, who resubscribed for 4 months in a row. Thank you very much, Westside Rascal. He said, go Phil. Thank you very much, Westside Rascal, for 4 months of support. That is much appreciated. Excuse me. Kanji Monster did a 50-bit cheer and said it's actually pronounced Thanos. What? Midri? What? Alright, I don't know what the hell that's supposed to mean. But anyway, thank you, Kanji Monster, for the cheer. Let's continue on. Frogs Playing Golf did a 50-bit cheer. It says, no cap DSP, the new emotes are fire. So basically what he's saying is he really likes the new emotes. Well, again, thank you very much for the new emotes. Popsicolo, he's the person who designed them. You know, like I said, if you guys really like certain ones of these emotes, I would consider keeping them around. But A lot of people have already expressed concern. Oh no, I lost my favorite emote. It's not here anymore. Don't worry. I have them. I didn't delete the emotes or whatever. We can easily go back and use those emotes again. But let's use these for the week for Marvel, and then we'll see if we want to go back to them or not. Okay. I do have to say that that Mr. Fantastic dabbing emote is incredibly disturbing when used out of context. Like, if you just use the arms and not the body, that is fucking scary. Like, what is it? It's like 20, 30 arms stretching out, connecting with each other. That is freaking weird, man. Good lord. Okay, anyway, let's continue on. Rex tipped me $3 and said, how is it that you as a streamer make more money than you ever have in your life, but you're struggling each month? So here's someone talking about my financial problems, getting to my personal shit, basically being nosy and disrespectful, under the premise of tipping me $3, okay? None of your business, all right? As I said, sadly, in the past couple of months, there's been a few things that have happened behind the scenes I don't want to reveal to you guys because it's none of anyone's business. It won't help my situation to reveal these said things to you guys. And quite frankly, with the times when I have revealed things about what's going on in my life, why I'm financially strapped, all people did was complain. Oh, we don't want to hear about this. All we want is to play games. We don't understand why he bothers us with his problems, yada, yada, yada. To which I say, fair point. So why am I going to, bother you with this stuff and tell you all my personal business? I'm not going to. All right? Now, that being said, Rex also, in his $3 tip, suggested that I see a financial consultant. Listen, I'm certainly not above taking advice about finance. The problem is I can't afford a financial consultant because I have no money. You can't hire a consultant to help you unless you have money to hire the consultant to help you. I don't have the money to hire the financial consultant to help me. Okay? But, that's life. That's what happens, right? When you don't need something, you have it. And when you have it, you don't need it. But, thank you for the tip regardless. I appreciate if you are actually trying to help, but understand, no, I'm not going to be revealing personal shit anymore because it doesn't help anything. All that happens is people twist it into stuff that it's not. They make shit up. They insult me. And I'm just tired of it at this point. So if you would like to help by contributing to the streams, great. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. That'll keep the streams going. It'll help me out. If you don't want to contribute and you have an issue with it, then don't. It's not mandatory, as I said earlier on the pre-stream. It's totally up to you. It's optional. It's your own choice and discretion whether or not you'd like to contribute. I do primarily rely on crowdfunding to keep the streams going, and I'm incredibly appreciative for anyone who does contribute. But to sit here and complain, oh, you're not financially sound and wise, and so what? Then fucking leave. I wasn't aware that the whole stream's about that anyway. Today, we're going to be playing Final Fantasy IX. I'm barely going to be mentioning it, if ever mentioning it at all. Only if you guys bring it up in one of your contributions for me to address on the stream. Like, how is this even an issue? The answer is it's not. It's just people like to fucking be dicks and try to fucking either make fun of me or poke at me or jab at me or get a reaction out of me when they bring up stupid shit. All right? So, thanks for the $3 tip. None of your business. And stop bringing it up. There you go. Mr. Perfect tipped me $1 and says, buddy sent me a clip of you letting out a big wet fart in the middle of Whole Foods, the cashier lane. Please address this or I'll be upping the full 30-second clip to Twitter. Wow. Well, first of all, a 30-second fart? Like, a 30-second fart is not a fart. That's a shart. There's no way someone's farting for a consistent 30 seconds and there's not pieces of shit flying out of their anus. That's just impossible, all right? And I know, because I've had some pretty big farts before, but there's no way you can maintain that length of gas escaping without also getting some other pieces into the mix, all right? There's no way. So number one, I have a really hard time believing that there's a 30-second clip of anyone farting for 30 seconds straight. That's number one, okay? Number two, I've never been to Whole Foods in my entire life. Not once ever have I stepped foot into a single Whole Foods store. I probably wouldn't be able to afford it anyway, considering that Whole Foods apparently, I believe it's organic food, right, or something. Very expensive. And, it's funny because the only place that's similar to that I go to is Trader Joe's. You want to know the reason I go to Trader Joe's? Because some of the ingredients that I use for my Italian sauce that I make, my homemade sauce, for example, I get authentic, imported Italian San Marzano tomatoes. For some reason, they're way cheaper at Trader Joe's than they are at other supermarkets. Like by $2-3 a can. I don't know why they're so much cheaper at Trader Joe's, but that's why I go there. I don't go there to shop on the regular, okay? But like I said, I've never even been in a Whole Foods in my entire life. So if indeed there is a clip out there of me farting for 30 seconds in a Whole Foods, it's got to be doctored. It's got to be fake, because I've never been in a Whole Foods, and I certainly have never farted for 30 seconds. I've sharted, but I've never farted for 30 seconds, okay? So there you go. Judicious Echoes did a 200-bit cheer. That makes him the top cheerer of the day so far. I'll put you up on the leaderboard. Hold on. Look at you up here first before I read your message. Oops. Screwed that up. Thank you, Judicious Echoes. And he asked the following. He says, do you have any plans on playing the upcoming Fire Emblem 3 Houses next week? It's supposed to be multiple hundreds of hours to play through all the factions. No. And sadly, that's one of the reasons why. You just said it. Hundreds of hours? I'm pretty sure no one wants to see a game that's hundreds of hours long. I'm just saying. Especially Fire Emblem, which is a franchise that's very Japanese-centric. You know, there's a certain audience for that kind of game. All right? Right now, I'm already playing Final Fantasy IX. There's no way I could be playing two JRPGs at once like that. I'm also playing Judgment, by the way. You see what I mean? Like, there's a lot of playthroughs going on right now that are in that vein of game. And so, no, I'm not playing Fire Emblem. Well, I'll be very honest, I'm not very interested in either. I know there's huge fans of the Fire Emblem franchise that are probably in love with this game and are dying for it. I'm not. I'm just not in the mood to play hundreds of hours RPG right now. Especially, you know, like I said, I'm finishing up Final Fantasy IX. That's going to be fun. We're going to be starting up Mario. We're going to be continuing on with Dragon Quest Builders. And, you know, coming up, there's a few other releases. We got Marvel this weekend. Next weekend is Wolfenstein Youngblood. So we'll see, okay? All right. So thank you for the cheer, Judicious Echoes. Baldy has subscribed to the channel. Thank you very much, Baldy, for the subscription. I appreciate that very much. Uzi Gohard tipped me $1 and says, DSP Thanos, your lean-in is inevitable. That is correct. Your lean-in manual finger snap is inevitable. Because if you misbehave, you will feel the power of the Infinity Gems. I love that. That is a really cool emote. So I gotta give a lot of props to Popsicolo. He did a lot of great work with these, okay? Okay. Kojima. Hideo Kojima himself. Tipped me $1. What did he do? He tipped me $1. What did I just say? Kicked me $1? Kojima threw $1 on the floor, kicked it at me. He said, take this $1. All right, no. Kojima tipped me $1. All right, and he says, would you say that you have thick skin after being an online entertainer for so long? Do I have thick skin? Yes. Am I immune? No. I have much thicker skin than most people. You have to understand, on a daily basis, I probably receive hundreds, if not thousands, of insults. That's not even exaggerating. There's people who are trying to make a living just making fun of me on a daily basis. It's pretty fucked when you really think about it, okay? You certainly have to have thick skin if you're in that kind of a situation. But at the same time, there's still things to get to me, you know? Yeah, a perfect example, when people completely make shit up and then they spread it as truth, and now you have people believing shit that's completely untrue, that really gets to me. Like, for example, a couple weeks ago when, very briefly on a pre-stream, I mentioned the passing of the YouTube gamer Etika, and basically just said some nice words about him. I didn't know much about the guy. I said it was a fucked up situation or whatever. And then people tried to say, oh, I'm monetizing his death, when in reality, I didn't have ads on that video on YouTube, but people were saying I did, and I'm an awful person for monetizing. Like, it's a blatant lie. It's 100% false. But people will say it just to fucking hurt me when it's not true at all. And then they spread it around as fact all over social media. I'm like, that's fucked up. You know, that's a case where that really hurts me, because that's completely untrue. And now you have people believing it, you know, when it's just horse shit. And that really makes me feel like shit. It does. That people are so dumb and gullible in 2019 that just because someone says something with zero evidence that they believe it. You know, it's really fucked up. I mean, that was one. I'm not even kidding. That was one that someone told me about it. Because by the way, the people who insult me and stuff, I don't even see it. They've been blocked forever. But someone said, "Phil, is this true? Did you do this?" I said, "What?" So I looked at the tweet, and the tweet is showing a screen capture of the video having like a ton of ads on it. I go and immediately in my queue, there's no ads on it. I'm like, this isn't even fucking possible. You know, again, if it happened, it's a glitch or something. I immediately, when I uploaded the video, I took the ads off of it. You know? But people are still going to say that shit and still try to hurt me. It just fucking, it sucks. Because it's like, no matter what I do, even if I do the right thing, I get told I did the wrong thing and I get made fun of for it, when in reality, I didn't do it. So, that stuff still hurts, man. Excuse me. So, there's your answer. Let's see here. Superman Gay tipped me $1 and just says, now listen to this. This is hilarious too. This is a prime example. Are you ready? You said you're not going to reveal personal stuff. You just told us you spent all day in an arcade and you ate in an expensive restaurant behind the scenes. When the fuck did I say that? I said I ate at an inexpensive Indian restaurant. I told you the most expensive item on the menu was $13. I spent significantly less than I told you. My whole bill was under $30. Shit. Just to give you some perspective, last week I ate at Chick-fil-A, okay? And I think the total bill there was like $22. So I spent a couple extra dollars to eat at an Indian restaurant. I didn't say I ate in an expensive Indian restaurant, you fucking idiot. As for the arcade, I didn't say I even spent $1 at the arcade. I said we walked into the arcade to see what games they had because we had not been there in so long. I did not say we spent all day spending money at the arcade. You are a complete, brain-dead, empty-headed, vacuous piece of fucking human shit. And that's the truth, because you make shit up. You literally took what I said, you completely skewed the words into something to pass your own negative narrative, alright? You are a piece of human feces. You don't do anything productive for anyone, and you should really look in the mirror and reestimate what you're doing with your fucking life, because it sure as hell ain't worth a shit, okay? Alright, so we're up to $8 in tips. Thank you very much, everybody. Alright, let's continue on. Kanji Monster cheered and said, Fire Emblem Three Houses is going to be a really big release for the Switch. You should consider it. No. But thank you for the cheer. I appreciate that. But I've already explained I'm not interested in it whatsoever. Okay? Alright. Let's go ahead and let us... Let's see. I'm trying to think what I want to do before we start. Oh, that's right. Since we're at Wednesday, you know, it's really only the second day I'm streaming this week, I want to give a shout out to the top cheers of the week. And also a reminder again, guys, if you are going to cheer today, please consider using the Bleed Purple cheer mode. If you use Bleed Purple during your cheer, you give 10% bonus bits for absolutely free to the streamer. It's a no-brainer. If you're already supporting the streamer and you want to help them more for free, please use the Bleed Purple cheer mode, okay? All right. So let us now give a shout out to the top cheers of the week, okay? Yes. Here we go. In 10th place this week, we've got Vash7342. In 9th place, Philly Buckeye. In 8th place, Uzi Gohar. In 7th place, Judicious Echoes, tied with Egg Gangster. In 5th place, Golden Colts. 4th place goes to Vote Democrat. 3rd place, Tantamounter. 2nd place, The Nihilistic Goldfish. And in 1st place so far for this week, even though the week is young, RFHC5. Okay? Alright. Very nice. So again, guys, I hope that those of you who have played Final Fantasy IX and you're aware of what remaining side content there is to do, that you'll help me out here today on the stream. I'm looking for guidance. The more that we get to do, you know, side content before we go into the story, the better. Because from what I'm to understand, once I get past this certain leg of the story, basically what's going to happen is it's going to get stuck where you can't do side content anymore. Apparently a lot of the towns and things in the game permanently lock off and close, and that's it. This is like your last opportunity to do the content in them. So I definitely would appreciate it if you help me out to make sure I'm not missing any fun or significant side content before we continue on with the playthrough and the story. But if we do it all today and then, you know, okay, let's do it, let's advance the story, definitely will do that. Okay? Looking for a fun, chill 4 hours of Final Fantasy IX with all of you today. Okay? Fair enough? All right. So thank you guys very much. I appreciate it. Thank you for all your contributions here on the pre-stream. Let's actually, you know what? I didn't check sub count yet. Sub count. Oops. 459 subs, so we did go up a few. Let's go ahead and update that. Thank you guys again for your support today. 459. Very good. Okay. And, of course, shout out to the top cheerer so far today. Jujutsu Sekos. And shout out to Rex, who wanted to get into my personal shit earlier with that $3 tip. Hopefully we'll have someone else who tops that since, you know, obviously we don't want to have some guy like that up there on the leaderboard, but it is what it is, I guess. Oh, Vote Democrat. Just did a 222-bit cheer. He says, have you looked into new creator-on-creator harassment rules on YouTube since YouTube is taking this seriously? I don't see how. And the reason I say that is just because they say something doesn't mean that it actually has any reality. Like, oh, we're now not going to have it so that creators can't harass other creators. Okay, so what tools have you created to stop this process? Did you do anything new? Are there any new tools for, you know, to take care of this? We'll actually be able to speak with a human in regards to a situation like this and explain the situation? Or are you just going to ask us to just, you know, use the same shitty, broken, automated tools that you've had around for the past decade that we know don't work because everyone tries to use them and nothing ever gets done? You see what I mean? I think what's really happening with YouTube is there was a certain situation with a certain group of political people and stuff that there was harassment and nothing was done, and now they got in hot water for it. So what they're going to do is look on a case-by-case basis. If enough stink is put up about something on YouTube, I think they're going to take action. But I certainly don't believe that on a case-by-case basis here, they're going to be acting any differently. They're going to use their usual excuse. The website's too big. We can't police the website actively because there's too many people and too many accounts. And so there's no way that we could actually police all the content. And we get an insane amount of fucking, you know, reports every day. And we can't entertain every report. So we got to rely on automation. You see what I mean? I get the feeling it's going to be all the same shit. I don't think anything's going to change at all, being very honest. I could be completely wrong here, but to my knowledge, I don't think we've been notified whatsoever, you know, of anything, like, what's the change? What's the new thing? We haven't heard anything, right? There hasn't been a damn thing that's changed in regard to the way that things are going to work on YouTube. You know what I mean? Like, I haven't heard anything. So, I mean, I could be wrong. But to my knowledge, I don't think there's going to be anything different from how it's always been. I just think this was a way for YouTube to blow smoke up everyone's ass. To make you act like they actually care or they're going to change something when in reality they're not going to. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they will actually do something right. I mean, that would be great. Considering there's a ridiculous amount of people on YouTube that only make a living basically harassing me and or others. Like, this is all they do. All they do is steal others' content to make harassing style negative content. That should, according to their new rules, that they're touting our new rules, that should be in violation and they shouldn't be able to do it. Will YouTube actually do anything? I mean, people illegally restreaming my Twitch streams on a daily basis just to talk shit over them is not productive, positive content. It's blatant harassment for profit, and it shouldn't be allowed. But are they actually going to do anything? I doubt it. I mean, I'm just being honest. I'm being very realistic and skeptical here because they certainly haven't done a damn thing up to now. Why would they do anything now? You know, I guess it'll be up to the future to see what happens. You know. All right. Anyway, thank you, Vote Democrat. You're the top cheer of the day. Now let's get you up on the leaderboard. Go here. Super Slade gifted a sub to Egg Gangster. Egg Gangster now has a sub for 3 months. So thank you, Super Slade, for the support, and congrats, Egg Gangster. Hank. What's up, Hank? excuse me, he just tipped me $5. He says, today Final Fantasy 9 and tomorrow Dragon Quest Builders 2, perfect. Dragon Quest Builders 2 really grew on me. I can't wait to see the continuation. I agree. I think that the last session was quite good. And the story-based missions paired with the optional side fun stuff that you can find, including those puzzles, actually makes it really fun and interesting. So I'm actually really looking forward to more of that tomorrow as well. So thank you very much, Hank, for the $5 tip. You're the top tipper of the day now. We got you up on the leaderboard there. And Smashalotopus Rex cheered 75 bits and says, do you consider YouTube to be a detractor of yours? No, that sounds really stupid. I don't think anything YouTube has ever done to hurt me, it was ever intentional. I think it's just stupidity and ignorance. It's them actively doing things with their business model that some idiot manager at the company thinks is smart, that actually just continuously screws over content creators to the point where there's no accountability for anything. Entire lives have been ruined, businesses have been ruined because of the things they've done just to save their own ass or protect their own ass legally. They've ruined the site and the business completely. It's nothing like it used to be. And basically the entire place is just filth now. I mean, let's face it, it really is. When you look at the top stuff on YouTube, it's all garbage content. And no, they're not detractors. That sounds incredibly stupid. But that doesn't mean that they're absolutely ignorant, irresponsible management actions over the last decade haven't ruined things for people, including me. So there you go. Okay. All right, everybody. It is now time to end the pre-stream. Oh, hold on. Dorky just cheered. He says, not much of the content really gets locked off once you continue the story. In fact, you need to progress to complete some of it. Well, Dorky, I read, someone sent me something that says, I guess there's a part of the story coming up where you're going to leave this world and you're going to go to an alternate world. I guess it's supposed to be like disc 4 or whatever. And after that world, you can come back, but basically most of the towns and things are locked off. Like, yeah, you can come back to this to the main overworld for the end of the game, but at that point you can't even enter most of the towns or whatever anymore. So I guess that's what I'm getting at. At least that's what someone linked me to, something that says that, like a FAQ online. I don't know if it's true or not. Again, I never played the game. So for me, if we're gonna do the Chocobo treasures or the frog stuff or whatever we're gonna do, I guess we got to do it now. I could be wrong. Okay. Yeah, Bionic, you said it would be a spoiler to say why. The world changes a lot. Fine, that's what I don't want to know then. I don't want to be spoiled. But my point is, that's what I mean. Like, I don't want to miss out on significant, fun side content if at all I can do it. Okay? Bionic says I'd fight Ozma now, too. I guess that's the optional super boss, Ozma. Dorky says, I won't miss out on anything by continuing. Oh my god. Oh, I'm stretching. Oh, yawning and stretching. Tony Hawk says, did you see the new Nintendo Switch console? It's a waste of money, in my opinion. If you mean the Switch Mini, I mean, it's just a handheld portable system. So if you don't have a Switch and you wanted a handheld, it's great. Outside of that, I don't think anyone else needs it. Okay. All right, guys, let's end the pre-stream. Let's jump into Final Fantasy 9. Okay? Ow. And go from there? All right. All right, let's do it.